Hi everyone. So welcome back to our YouTube channel and today's question is increasing triplet subsequence. So let's just understand the question first. So we are given integer array nums and we have to return true if there exists this condition, a triple of indices I, j, k such that I is less than j is less than k and nums of I should be less than nums of j should be less than nums of k. And if no such condition exists, we have to return the false. So let's just go over the examples. In this, yeah, 1 is less than 2 is less than 3 for ijk. So it's true. And it may be for any case 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 3, 5, 1, 4, 5 for every case. Similarly, in this, since this is a decreasing, so we cannot find this ijk condition anywhere. And in this third example, 215046. So if you can see this 256, so it will be similarly 046 for any of them. If there's any like condition, this exist condition, we have to return true. And this is a follow-up question if we can implement this in a big of n and big of 1 space complexity. Okay, so let's just move to the intuition part. We are given this nums array like this. Example 2, 1, 5, 0, 4, and 6. Okay, so for the first approach, let's just go with the brute force one. What we can think of, since we have to do like I less than j less than k, and similarly nums of I should be less than nums of j should be less than nums of k. So this condition we have to prove. Okay, so for the brute force approach, what we can think of, we can use basically three loops for I, j, and k, and check if for k, if there is any value it is less than nums of j and nums of I, so we will find our solution. So that will be like brute force approach will take big of n cube since we use three loops. Okay, so interviewer will not be happy with this solution because it will take more and more time. So he will ask you to optimize this, and after that, what another approach we can think of, there's a common DP approach which is longest increasing subsequence. Okay, which is known by name LIS, and this will be this approach is commonly used in DP problems, and the time complexity in this approach is big of n square. Okay, there's one also alternate approach which is used in LIS, which takes around big of n log n, which is used using binary search. So I will be creating a video shortly which will include all the approaches using recursion, then memoization, and then tabulation, which will cover this, and another one which will cover binary search. So yeah, if we do this, the interviewer will ask, because in this the space complexity that we use will be big of n, since we will use another array to store these values. Okay, so it will ask to optimize this space complexity and also the time complexity. So here comes the third approach that we think of, which is the best approach for this question, which will be like using variables. Okay, so let's just understand this approach very thoroughly to understand what is the like logic behind that. Let's just write our example once again. Okay, any example 2, 1, 3, and 5 and 6. Okay, and we can see that there are this 2, 3, 5, also 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6. So we, if there is any sequence which follows our condition, we will return true. And if you can see this, this is this 2, 3, or 5. If you can find any number after the 2 which is less than 2, so it will follow our condition also, because 1 is less than 2, so 1, 3, 5 will also be true, right? And if same, how we find any number which is like greater than, but it will follow our this condition. So basically it will follow our condition, right? This 356 will also do that. So yeah, so what we can do, basically we will use two variables. Let's just say this is first smallest number and second smallest number, and a third variable, any number. Let's just take that uh, third smallest, because we have to find three numbers which are less than each of, like first less than 2 less than 3 and ijk. So we'll go to 2. First we will assign maximum value. Which is the maximum value? It is infinity. Okay, first we'll assign maximum value to each of them. Okay, when we come to first index, we will update our third smallest value to this. So now the third smallest value will be 2. Okay, it will be 2. Now we will check if this is less than, because first we have to populate our first smallest number. Then we can find the values which will be greater than this after in the array. If there's any value which is greater than two values in this array, then we can find our solution very easily. So first we'll check if this third number is like basically less than first smallest. Yes, 2 is less than infinity, so we will update this to 2. Okay, now we go to our second one. Okay, now what would happen, it will be assigned to this third smallest. Now this will be updated to 1. Again it will check if we can find our first smallest. If there's any number which is smallest than first smallest, so we have to update it, so we'll update it to 1. Okay, now we find 3. Okay, we come here and 3 will be assigned to third smallest number. Now this is 3. Okay, 3 will check with 1. If 3 is smaller than 1, no, that means that we have find our first number which is smaller than like second number, so we don't have to update our first smallest. Now we will check if we are there is any number which is less than second smallest. So we'll check 3 is less than second smallest number. Yes, because it is infinity, so we'll update it to 3 and we will go afterwards in this array. Now where will come, we will come to 5. Okay, now we will assign this value to third smallest. And what now it will check, if will check if 5 is smaller than 3. No, it is not smaller than 3, so it will not do anything. Now what we have find, we have find our 1, we have find our 3, we have find our 5. Okay, and this is for which I, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, 2 3 4, which is less than, these are also less than. That means we have found our solution, so we'll just return true. Okay, uh, we have got, let's just go for the another example uh, for in which the case of equals come. Okay, so it will be 5 5 5. Okay, or okay, yeah, we will change the color of the pen. Now what will happen, we will go with all the variables again. First smallest fs, second smallest ss, and third smallest ts. Okay, these are assigned to infinity, and when we come to first, we will assign to third smallest, it will be 5. Now it will check 5 is smaller than this. Yes. Okay, sorry, uh, yeah, so 5 will be here, 5, this will be updated to 5. Now it will come to here. Okay, this 5 will be updated here again. Now it will check if this is smaller than this. Okay, no, then it will update on this. Okay, second smallest. Now it will come to this 5. Okay, again it will check 5 is smaller than this. No, so like we will return true as per our previous discussion. But It is not, because 5 is not less than 5, it is not less than 5. We don't have any this condition, but we have I less than j less than k, and we in this case we have to return false because these values will not be prove our condition. Now what we can do, we can check if this value is less than equal to this value. If this value is less than equal to this value, we will update our 5 only, first number. Similarly for the second. Okay, so let's just go again for the third example. If this is nums equals to 455. Okay, now first smallest, second smallest, and this is our third smallest. Infinity, infinity. Okay, 4 will come here, it will update, 4 will be updated to this number. Now this will be updated to 5. When it comes to here, 5 will be updated, it will check, no, 5 will be updated here. Now 5 will come here, it will check, 5 is less than equal to this, yes, equal to this, so 5 will update here only. Now our numbers are 4, 5, and this is 5 only. So we will not go to true condition and we can return false from there. We will come out of the loop. So like this will follow our answer. And the time complexity in this approach is big of n only, since we are just iterating over the array once, and the space complexity is big of 1 since we are using just two variables, right? Yeah, so let's just move to the coding part to better understand the approach while writing this. Okay, so let's just start the coding part. We will store the size of the array in a variable. Now, first number, first num. Okay, it will be int max. Similarly, second num, int max. Okay, now we will go over the array to check if we have find our variable or not. So int third num. Okay, what we'll do, we will assign it to nums of I. Now what was the condition that we have to check? If third num is less than our first num. If it is, then we will assign it this value to first num. Okay, else what we have to check for the first smallest number. Okay, else what we do, else if we come to third num, third num is less than second num. Okay, it means that we have assigned the smallest value to the first number. Now we have to check for the second number. If it is true, then we will assign it to second number. Okay, now if second number is also assigned and we have like assigned the smallest value to both of them, that means we have found our solution. We have to return the true from here. And if we come out of the loop, it means that we haven't found our third number, which is like greater from all of them, first and second. That means there is no increasing triplet in this array. We can return false. So yeah, let's just have our check for the better standing. Okay, now I think we are missing one thing that we discussed later in this in the our approach. We have to let's just go for the example first. Okay, it is working fine for it. Let's just try for one of our other example that we write. Okay, it is 5 comma 5 comma 5. Okay, and we have to run it. it is giving a false answer, because we later discussed that we have to check it for, because it is returning true but expectation is false. So what we have to do, we have to assign less than equals to here, less than equals to here. Okay, so we discussed. Yeah, I think now it will work fine. Yeah, so let's just submit it. Yeah, it is working fine. Thanks everyone for watching. In case you do like this video, please do subscribe our channel for better new approaches, and please add your approaches in the comments. I will review them and share the best one. Thanks everyone.